Gamer lifestyle, so games is what I'm playing. Game on that 6-4, so you know I stay gaming. Game hop on live, then you know I start raping. Game wake up in the morning, turn on the PlayStation. Game playing till my game start breaking. Game I'm a damn nerd, so boy stop hating. Game I'm still gaming. Game she's still gaming. Game y'all still gaming, so games is what we playing. Don't test me, yeah, you know I'm going pro. You say you play football, I play Halo. I'm gaming all night, and you know I'm about to play. I bought a new game, so I'm skipping class today.
What's going on, everybody? ClassicGamePhreak here yet again. And, yeah, I am talking handheld gaming. OK Chief kind of beat me to it today, talking about his Handheld Wednesdays. Check that out. Big love for handheld gaming. He says every Wednesday. I'll be sure to check that out every Wednesday. Handheld gaming is so much fun. It's so portable, easy to use. You just play it anywhere. Just awesome. I like to just go somewhere, break out my Vita, play it, enjoy it. It's awesome. Before I get on to the subject at hand today, I want to give a shout out to a YouTube user here. It goes by the name of Retarded by Choice. I did give him a shout out in my Thanksgiving thank yous, and I just kind of wanted to make this a personal thank you and shout out. So what you can do is you can check out his video link here. This is his most recent video, and he also gave me a shout out in that he could use some subscribers. So click this, go to subscribe and click that button. Show him some love like you've all been showing me. I would greatly appreciate it. You know, he was showing some Black Friday deals he'd gotten, and definitely fits in this group of ours. So please, by all means, give him a subscribe and say what's up to my boy. So, with that being said, I wanted to kind of clear something up here. In the very first video that I ever actually publicly posted on here, the first topic of discussion, and I didn't have any viewers at that time, was what do you consider handheld gaming? Do you consider this to be a handheld gaming device, or do you consider this to be a handheld gaming device, or do you consider them both? I had somebody sit there and swear up and down that this was not meant for gaming. That this, or cell phones, were not meant to be played games on. That these are just good to go and take and sit on the can and play because you use your finger on it. And, you know, to me that kind of puzzles me because, to be quite honest, and he praised this. Just absolutely praised the 3DS. But yet, last I recall, you use a stylus on this. Yes, it may have physical buttons and a physical, I can't even call that an analog stick. That's more like a game pad. I don't know. But pretty much said that this is what gaming is meant to be, and completely bashed tablets and phones, saying Angry Birds is not a game. Now, I'm puzzled by that because, to be quite honest, I have spent more time playing games on my phone, and actual good games that were meant to have some hours spent into them, playing those over the Vita or the Vita or the 3DS, or, well, I don't know about the Game Boy Advance. That is my favorite, but you know what I'm saying. I can honestly say that my wife, like any woman, likes to go into clothing stores and take the husband along. Now, this is a matter of irritation because those stores to me are so boring, especially if it's just straight up a woman's clothing store. And we have one of those in this little rinky-dink town of mine, and she likes to go in there all the time. Now, if there was a gaming store next door to it, I'd probably go in there, unless it was GameStop. No, I wouldn't go into it. But that's neither here nor there. we walk in there, and every time I break out my phone because, to be quite honest, yes, I always have one of these on me at any given time. I like to wear cargo pants, and it's always there in my cargo pocket, whatever, 3DS, Vita, Game Boy Advance, PSP, whatever, okay? But walking around a clothing store with one of these out, I don't know. To me, that seems a little, not really childish, but I don't know. You stick out like a sore thumb. So if you have a phone in your hand, it's a little bit more widely accepted. Now, I have a game that I have mentioned on here before on my phone called Game Dev Story. This particular time, I broke out my phone and started playing Game Dev Story. And this game, what it is it's sort of a sim type game. You are a game developing company, and you've got to come up with the different types of games that you're going to create. You know, let's say you want a ninja adventure game. Maybe that one's an amazing match, and you can sell hundreds of thousands of copies, and you try to bring in all that revenue by creating these games. So I started playing it. About 3 hours later, I come to the realization that we are at home. I am sitting on the couch, and we're sitting there watching a movie, and I'm still sitting there playing it. My battery was going dead by this point. And I thought, I have to stop playing this. I am playing too much of this. My phone was hot from the battery constantly being used, the whole bit. So, that non-stop play, the only other system I've really done that with was the PSP with Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, I could get lost like that. Whereas anything else, I still have yet to lose myself in a game on the 3DS or really get into a game on the Vita. So what I want to know is these little games on the tablets or the Android phones or the iPhones. Do you lose yourself more into those games than you do on an actual dedicated gaming handheld device? I know for a fact that, I had Street Fighter 4 on my iPhone when I had the iPhone 3G. My wife would go into Target, I'd break out my phone, start playing Street Fighter. Tell me what you think on that. Let me know what you think. Do you think that handheld devices like tablets or phones should be used as gaming, or do you think that's not true gaming? Do you even think that these are fully true gaming these days? I know for a fact that the past 2 days I've used this for Netflix. Okay, I'll have it sitting next to my computer. Like yesterday I was playing Planet Side 2 and I was watching Dumb and Dumber. Okay, so I do not believe that these are dedicated gaming devices anymore. If you look at these, okay, you have multimedia devices. These are not gaming devices anymore, okay? The PSP was not a gaming device. This was a gaming device. This was a gaming device. And of course, this was a gaming device. These cannot be called gaming devices. They are multimedia devices because you can put your music on them, you can put movies on them, you can play games on them, you can browse the internet with these. These are now what laptops once were. Okay, these are on-the-fly laptops, pocket tops. There we go. So, tell me what you think. Sound off. I would love to hear some opinions on that. If you do play on tablets and Android phones, what games do you play? I know for a fact I've loved the Infinity Blade games. I lost many hours playing those when I was doing security. The Angry Bird games, I've always loved them. They're good time wasters. Ticket to Ride on the iPad. A lot of that, and of course, Game Dev Story. So, video response if you'd like to. Leave some comments, let me know what you think. And I will let you all know that the next video that I'm going to be posting is going to be based off of these two here. I've seen quite a few videos from some subscribers of mine that I have subscribed to that they're like, well, I don't know which one I want to get. I don't know if I want to get a 3DS or if I want to get a Vita. What I'm going to do for that is I'm going to break this down. It's going to be the Vita versus the 3DS. Now, I'm not going to be biased. As much as I don't really care for Nintendo these days and I loathe Mario, I'm still going to talk about the pros and cons of both, okay? I'm not a Sony fanboy. I'm just a fan of Sony and Xbox as opposed to the Nintendo. But that doesn't mean that I can't have an unbiased opinion about the 3DS. So check back in the next couple of days and I should have a pretty comprehensive video. And hopefully I can give you guys an educated opinion on which way you should spend your money. So until next time, I'll talk to you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Cheers.